Hello, Malik Currington here, Family Budget Fisherman. Thank you for tuning in to this another special episode on this channel. Well, you read it in the thumbnail and in the description below the thumbnail. I'm going to be talking to you about some baits that I bought at the 2024 International Sportsmen's Expo. And as you know, we've been rocking. They have some great deals. They have some great quality products. And I think that they found a gaping hole where we didn't even think there was a crack in what new designs and baits are. They found a gaping hole to get us into. So with that, let's get started. Thank you again. Thank you for tuning in. So just below the frame here, I got a great selection of baits that I'm baits and other equipment that I'm going to share with you. And I'm telling you, I think that you're going to be very excited about what you are going to see here. So the company is called First Gen. First Gen. Matter of fact, let me show this one here. First Gen is the name of the company. They are local here in Northern California, specifically in the Sacramento region. And what they did was, we all used to throw an underspin. What they did was they took the basic concept of an underspin and put it just like this and called it a topspin. And it was one of those where when you look at it, you go, why didn't I think of this? You know, when Matt Allen and Tim Little from Tactical Bassin picked this up, they did the same thing. And we all know Tactical Bassin. They wondered, why didn't I think of something like this? Well, I can tell you, Thomas and Nick from the Bass Hookup are the creators of both the company First Gen and these design of baits. I'm telling you, I think they're game changers in the industry. And so I bought a whole bunch of them. I think I bought of these top spins. I bought at least 8 of them. If I add these all up here, yeah, let's see what I got here. So 7, so 8, as you can see, of various colors and sizes. I got 3/16 and 1/4 ounce sizes of various colors. Now, I'm going to just display one of them so you can see. Here's a 3/0, and they have various hook sizes as well. So this is a 3/0. And what happens here is, just as you would take a Kitech swim bait, and I'm going to get a Kitech to put on here, as you can see here. Now, I want you to see how versatile that is. That's on a 3/0 hook, and look at that. This is a beautiful bait here. And yes, it looks like something that you are familiar with in terms of spinner baits and so forth, but it has a completely different action. So if I were to take, let me go ahead and get a Kitech bait out of here and get a smaller one. Why? All of a sudden, all the big ones are here. And here we go. I'll use the Strike King Rage Crawl because I want something a little bit smaller. So if I want a profile that's a little bit smaller, so you know the rule, we always take and measure it out, and I'm going to go this way. Okay, so then I'm going to take this bait just like this, and we're going to run it straight up the middle, through, and boom. Now check this bait out. Look at this bait. Now this almost looks edible, and they have created something here that this is small enough to get a lot of you know, if you're behind in tournaments on getting a bite, here is a reaction bait here. You can also finesse this, you know, by the way that you present the bait, you know, going up and down. You can do it more like a jig or what have you. But when I saw this, I was very impressed with what they came up with. Like I said, this is an answer to an underspin. So most of us have the underspin where the blade hangs below the bait. Now we have something where the blade is above the bait, and this should give you An old idea of the old beetle spins, because the beetle spins are basically this kind of concept, but it's modified in every way. And I probably should have had a beetle spin here, but I don't have one right now on me. But most of us know what a beetle spin looks like. Now, another thing that they had was something called this jaw dropper. And I asked Thomas, because I didn't get a chance to meet Nick, although I had just missed him. I met Thomas and their father, and I asked Thomas, why would I need to have this bait? What does it do for me? And he said to me, if you want to have a different action when the bait is on the ground, so you have this basic design here, and once again, this is a 2-aught hook on here. It's a good size hook. Total weight of this hook is 3/16 of an ounce. He says, now when it hits the ground, I want you to notice this little kind of a paddle there. When it hits the ground, it creates a wave pattern, which gives a water deflection and a bait deflection off of cover, which will give a different reaction. So what you're trying to present to the fish is something with a different reaction than you would normally have. And so that's the reason why you have that design that way. I was sold. So I bought this box here. As you can see, I bought this box here. So it's one box. And then I bought several others to try, since there were so many hooks in there. One of these was given to me for free, and then I bought the others. And so that's where that came from. Then they have spinner baits. Now, they have two types of spinner baits. This is a 3/4 ounce spinner bait, much heavier than I ever use. But I said this year I'm going to get into some heavier spinner baits. But this is a 3/4 ounce spinner bait here. And they have two different designs, one where the weight is across the bait, and then one where the head itself is big. This is where the weight is across the bait. I'm going to be comparing it, even though these are 3/8 ounces, to my Strike King stuff, and just to see how well it does. Now, I watched them, again, their YouTube channel is called The Bass Hookup. In The Bass Hookup, you'll see mostly Nick, and sometimes you'll see Thomas on there, and this is their company, First Gen. And then you'll also see their dad and other guests on there. So I'm going to try this spinner bait, and the way that the weight is on the bait is where most of the technology is. And then of course they're double blades and so forth. I don't, just as I look at it, doesn't look too unique, but when I throw it, I'll let you know when I throw it. All right. Here is one of their chatterbaits, and I can tell you this: they have figured out a new way to present a chatterbait, where number one, it doesn't violate any patents, and I think, quite frankly, it is just a better a better chatterbait for certain times. This is their version of the chatterbait. And here is where the innovation is. You see these two bearings, these ball bearings right here? See those two ball bearings? Now they have eyes. So these two ball bearings, when you are throwing this chatterbait, and remember the chatterbait comes up like this, as the chatterbait is being thrown, I think that is on, might be on backward. But as the bait is being thrown, what happens is it hits these two ball bearings. This little piece here, it will hit these two ball bearings while it's in the water. However, it's doing it this way. Yeah, because it'll be pulling this way. So it'll hit these two bearings this way. And as it's hitting it, it is emitting a much louder sound than the Z-Man or the Strike King Thunder Cricket, or what's the other one by, I always think of it, there's the third one, and I can't think of the name of it, but any of the Z-Man products or any of the Evergreen, well, Evergreen is Jackhammer, which is Z-Man, or the Strike King products. So this emits that much louder sound, which gives a different frequency and something new for the fish to bite. And I have it in green pumpkin here. I think this is a 1/2 ounce one. Yeah, I believe this is a 1/2 ounce. And I will be throwing this as well. So I am looking forward to getting out there and trying again. This is another first gen product. I'm looking forward to getting out there again and seeing how this chatterbait compares to the Z-Man and the Strike King products. Now, here's something else that's very unique, and I bought 3 of these and got one of them for free, and that is their topspin styled version of a swim jig. Check that out. And there is another. That's another one of those, why didn't I think of those kind of things? But they spend a lot of their time thinking of these type of innovations. I think that the first time someone buys this, and a tournament is won at the regional, at the masters level, they're going to sell out of these at Tackle Warehouse and other places, because these baits here are getting bites. They are going to get bites. And so I got several colors, as you can see here, of each of them. And this is called the First Gen Flash X Swim Jig. Utilizes an overspin blade behind the line tie, enabling you to skip it under docks, swim it on the bottom, through cover, featuring a 100-pound AFW titanium wire that quickly bounces back to shape every time, and a 30-degree 5/0 swim jig hook. Flash X is the ultimate cross between the swim jig and a spinnerbait. And what I've just read to you is what they actually have on the pack right here. As you all know, my favorite size in these kind of reaction baits is a 3/8. So I got the 3/8 in this, 3/8 in this color here. It's a beautiful color here. This is called Smoke Shad. This color that I had been profiling here is Burnt Craw. And then we have the Juicy Gill here. And then we have the Ghost Shad. So I think that these are going to be some fantastic innovations. I'm going to be trying these out as early as next month. I don't know how I'm, in January, if I'm going to be able to get out very much, but definitely February, March is going to be, it's springtime. You're supposed to catch everything in the springtime, beginning sometime after March 20. So, so those are the selection of designs I got from the International Sportsmen's Expo, dedicated to the first gen products. And I just want this video just to be dedicated to the first gen product, because I want to use this video to both profile and share with you. I don't have a formal relationship with them, but I think that these are some very innovative products. And then afterward, I'm going to give you my reaction to these. So this is kind of like a rod and reel review. So I look forward to giving you my updates on what I think of these products. I'm already excited by the innovation, the technology that Nick and Thomas have from the Bass Hookup, and I want to congratulate them on a work well done for these products. So once again, don't ever break your family's budget trying to buy any of this fishing equipment, but by every other ethical and legal means. Please get out there and break your personal best. I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Be blessed.